Hi everyone, Linda Israel here. Thank you so much for being here during my live stream. I greatly appreciate your support. I've pre-recorded this so that we can have some of the behind the scenes done while you listen to me for just a moment. I again want to thank you so very much for being here during my live stream. If you could, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends so that they can come join us. And if you will also give me a comment in the comment section after this video is done, and then definitely speak up in the chat and say hi. Lastly, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Now, if you're watching this as a replay, generally, if you're on a computer, you can go down below and look for the little gear. You can change that and make the speed faster. If you're on a mobile device, look up in the corner, up in this area for 3 little dots, and you can change the speed there as well. Those of you that are here live, do definitely speak up in the chat. I greatly appreciate you being here. Well, those that are here live earn a virtual currency. Junkie Joe should be coming up here in just a moment, and you'll be able to check how many bucks that you have. What are bucks? They're junk bucks. It's just a virtual point system that I have created on my account when we're live so that you can redeem those once you get to 2,000 for a $10 off coupon to my shop. So you can type exclamation point bucks to see how many that you have. And if you have 2,000 and you're ready for a coupon code, type exclamation point award, and my official note takers will take down that information. Now, if you haven't already created an account on my website at lindaisrael.com, please do so, and then send me a message through the contact form letting me know what your YouTube username is. Why? So I'll have your email address and I can email you your coupon code. Also, if you make a donation throughout this live stream, you can be added to my YouTube donators membership that I have on my website. So again, create an account, say, hey, Linda, I donated, and tell me what your username is on YouTube if it's different. That way I can get you added to that. At the end of this stream, I will have journals made, and you will have the opportunity to win one of those journals. Throughout the live stream, we'll have some various raffles, and we also have in-chat games. So be looking out for that in the chat, and I'll kind of speak it up when I get to it. For example, if you type exclamation point raffle, right now you can be in a chance to win 200 junk bucks. So you'll be well on your way to getting 2,000 junk bucks. Normally, Robin is my official note taker. Sometimes Angelica is my official note taker. It kind of depends on what's going on. These are members and administrators of my Facebook group, the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group, we'd love to have you come and join us over there. What else? Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. Hey, if you have a question, try to put it in all caps. That way I'll see it. If I don't see it, please don't be offended. The chat sometimes moves fast, and I'm usually looking down trying to create things. So please ask again. But if you know the answer that someone else's question, please go ahead and answer for them. I greatly appreciate that. Let's see, what else? Oh, if you have a YouTube channel, you can't post your link, but you can say, I have a YouTube channel, and tell us a little bit about it. Tell us your channel name, something like that. Tell us what you do. We're going to get started here in just a moment. I'm looking at the time. So roughly 5 minutes is when I'll get started. So it should be just a few more seconds. So definitely hang out in the chat, and we'll get started here in just a moment. Hello. Oh, come on. I gotta get the right button pushed. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to have you here today. I hope you're having an amazing day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. So glad that you're able to share some time with me today. Hey, if you will, speak up in the chat and let me know, how'd you find me? Were you on Facebook and found me? Did you get an email from me? Let me know how you found me. I'd love to hear that. Well, today we're going to be working on the My Little Christmas junk journal. Hey, Kat, welcome. So glad to have you here. Hey, Margie. Hey, Norma. Hey, Sandy and Ashley. Giovanna, of course. Robin isn't here today, so I got to do all the things. So if you're here, thank you so much. Y'all enter the raffle. That's for 200 junk bucks. This is the covers for the large journal kit. If you want, you can purchase this as a digital download or as a physical printed kit. And it is part of the My Little Christmas subscription box. I've decided to put one of the fussy cut elements as a corner pocket there. And then here is another journal cover. And that's the inside. And I put the fussy cuts on there. So we're going to be using a lot of this kit. We're going to be using some, I say we, I'm going to be using, you're going to get to watch, some rubber stamps and stencils and things I had around my house. Thank you, Bonnie. You can't remember how you found me, Julie? Probably off of Facebook or something. YouTube notification. Awesome, Patty. So glad you're here today. Sandy says that Bonnie invited me. Well, Bonnie, thank you so much for inviting Sandy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm getting all my things out here. So what I do when I'm working on a kit is I'll kind of plan out what I want to do, and I put things in piles. I kind of think about, okay, I've got this strip of paper, for example. I know I want to use this stencil. I have some of the fussy cut elements here. I had some scrapbook paper, so I cut it into a journal card. So I get all these little things that I want to use and lay them all out, okay? So the first thing I've got here, let me get my piles where I can situate them. This is a piece of sheet music or songbook. You get 3 pages of this if you get the Merry Little Christmas subscription box. You followed me before I was live, Margie said. Well, thank you, Margie. You mean today? Look for you. Messenger invitation. Okay, awesome, awesome, Cindy. So glad you have you here. Yay, Sandra. So good to have you here. You always go back and create once you get your kit. Awesome, Ashley. I'm glad. I'm glad that I show these for you guys and gals so that you have this material to go back to once you get your kit. All right. This is one of the 2 stencils that comes in the Merry Little Christmas subscription box. And this is Merry Little Christmas Tattered Angels. It's a bright shade of red. Yeah, back to where you originally found me and then how you came today. So today, you looked for me today. Either way, I'd love to know. Do any of you get my newsletter? Now, I don't send out a newsletter very often. I try to send it out whenever I have a new kit or new tutorials. And you should see a couple of new tutorials coming out this week. I'm going to use this color and spray it all over my page. You can go heavy, you can go light. I'm going to be kind of light-handed. And then I'm going to grab this and spray that on the, or lay that on the back. Okay. And sometimes I spray the other side, but today I know I'm going to use this later to mop up another page. So I'm just going to let it be however it came out. I love how that color came together. And set that aside for a moment. I don't need this stencil anymore, so I'm going to lay it over here out of the way. And now I've got my sheet music. I'm not going to spray the other side because I plan to layer some stuff over it. So I'm not real worried about what that side looks like. But this side, I wanted to be able to see some of the patterns. So I have this strip. I prior to the video, made a couple of pages, and one of them was made out of scrapbook paper. And I cut it down to be 11 inches, and then it's 12 inches the other way, so I will fold up the bottom and make a pocket. Well, this is the strip that was left over, and I don't think I put distress inks on it, so let's do that now. Thank you so much, Bonnie. Thank you. Hey, Laura, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, speak up in the chat. Do you get my subscription boxes, my creative kits? By the way, when you buy the creative kit and you add all the things on, you get a discount when you do that. If you don't buy the creative kit, but you want all the other little bits, like you want the printed large journal, or you want the printed mini journal, you want the printed planner, you want the mini journal kit, the Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists, you don't get those at a discount unless you buy the subscription box and you select all those items under your subscription. Just letting you know that. I will have a different structure a little bit with my next kit. It won't come out in January. It will come out in late February because Henry and I are going on our 30th wedding anniversary in January, and we're taking 2 weeks to go on a cruise. So I just took that scrap of paper and glued it across the top. What do you think? Just kind of keep it simple. Thank you, Julie. You like that stencil? That comes in the kit. All right, so now for this side, what do I have here? I have some bits. Here it is. Okay. So I have this ticket that comes in the kit that I want to glue over here. So I'm going to glue that down as a tuck spot. So I'm just putting glue down the side and across that top portion. And I'll glue that where it kind of sticks down here. So you'll still see the music behind. I'm not gluing anything else down, but someone that's using this journal, maybe you get a Christmas card, or maybe you've got some specialty paper at home, or you just want to have additional writing space, you could glue another piece of paper here or use another digital card. Yeah, I'm not even pretending. Robin does a lot of stuff and she's awesome, and I miss her when she's not here. This is going to go underneath that, but I'm going to set it here for now, up out of the way. And let's work on this side. Where'd it go? Seriously? Oh, there it is. I was like, where did it go? I lost it. So in the kit, Norella has a pre-printed pocket piece. And so I wanted to make 2 journals using all of the elements. So I recreated what she made. So I'll show you hers. So here is her pocket that comes in the kit. You get this piece and this piece that go together. Now I did add some tulip dimensional glitter paint. I've shown this in the past. Tulip glitter paint. You find this in the t-shirt aisle, or you can order it online. Last time I bought it, it was $4.99 at Hobby Lobby. That was back when you can use a coupon. Thankfully, my bottle is really full. So I want to recreate this pocket. So what I did was took some scrapbook paper and trimmed it to be the same size. This is one of the elements in the kit. And then I took what would be the bottom portion of this 12 by 12 piece of paper that I cut up and just made a little strip and then made a pocket to go on front. And then I added little tabs. These are my scrap papers that I have laying around. Yeah, keeping all the crazies out. That's good for you, Bonnie. Keep those crazy out. Hey, Veronica, welcome. Hey, Ada, welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to have you here. Thank you, thank you, thank you for showing up and hanging out with me. So there is my version of Norella's pocket. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to fold the page over. And I want to glue this down to where it's kind of centered. But see, you can still see the pattern in the background. Good luck hiding from Bonnie. And I'm just using Aleene's tacky glue to glue down these pieces. Like so. And then I have a tutorial that will be coming out that'll show you how I made this journal card. That'll be coming soon this week. I already had one that shows the reindeer. And then I have another tutorial I'll show you an example of in a moment. And then this is just some scrapbook cardstock that apparently got a little bit of smudged glue on the back. And I just rounded the corners and added some distress ink. And I thought that would be a good pocket element there. So we have this side, and this is going to go on this side. I also made an altered paper clip. If you need me to show you how, we will here in just a moment. But basically, I took a paper clip and bent the end into a semicircle there, and then I bent the other one, and I used a jump ring to attach a charm. And that's going to go right here. I decided that sometimes these tuck spots aren't quite strong enough to hold the card in, but a little paper clip on there and you've got a little bit of bling. All right, so let's open this up. Gotcha. So Deborah says, I love the junk journals. You love the way I do pages. Thank you so much, Kat. Thank you so very much. Okay, she loves junk journals, but would love to have someone explain what they do with them after, as I bought a couple and they sit in my cupboard because I don't want to spoil them. I do a variety of things with mine. Of course, a lot of mine end up flying out of my hands and going to a new home. So people that get them like to use them as what you call coffee book table books, where you just coffee table books where you just put them out on the coffee table and you flip through them and you look at them. When I have a journal of my own, I use it. I write in it. It may be according to a theme, like I went on vacation and I would write in it, or I did a 30 days of thankfulness and made a journal and wrote in it every day. So it kind of depends on what you like to do. Hey, and here's what you can do. If you're unsure about writing directly into your journal, write it out on another piece of paper so you think about it. You know what you want to put in there, and then write it into your journal. You could also take that same little note, type it up in like Notepad on your computer and print it, and then paste it into your journal. So don't be afraid to do that. I understand it takes time sometimes for decoration. Yeah, some people like to use them just as a inspiration for decoration. Okay, so I took some paper. This is from the subscription box, and I laid it in my spray box and I sprayed it. I didn't want to wait for y'all to dry it for y'all, so that's why I didn't have it ahead of time. And now I don't have that stencil. Here it is. And this is the Scattered Stars stencil, and I use the Copper Glow Tattered Angels on the red and the green, and that's how it turned out. So I wanted to show you that you can spray these colored papers. So the next thing I need to do is I want this to be pasted in here, but I don't want it to be the full 8.5 inches tall. So we're going to score it. So I'm going to go over here, grab my, I use my paper cutter a lot. So I'm going to score it about 1/2 inch from the top. So I'm getting my stylus here. And I'm just going to score down the page. I don't know why I stacked them all. I could have done them all at one each individually. So I'm just scoring each one about 1/2 inch from the top. This is a great way to add additional writing space. So now what I'm going to do is fold over that tab on each piece. Okay, so now I've got all these pieces and I will stack them one on top of the other. Does that make sense how I've got these stacked? So this is, you love that star stencil? Thank you so much. So these are 3 inches wide by 8.5 inches long. And what I did next was I slid up here, and let's fold this just so we know where our center mark is on our page. One's going to go there. Then we're going to have one come all the way to this edge. And I want this one in the middle to kind of be equal in showing us what it looks like, okay? Does that make sense? So what I'm going to do now is take these pieces and flip this over. Try to get it straight as possible. And I'll put glue, if I can get my lid open with one hand, right there, and fold that in. And then I'll put glue right here and fold that in. So I'm just going to line this back up again. I'm kind of smoothing it out, make sure it's straight. And then this piece, I'm going to glue down, but I'm only going to glue at the top. So what I'll do is flip this over. I couldn't get my finger under it. And put glue right here on this little tab. Okay? And then I'm going to glue that down right here. So now when you get to this page, oh, thank you, Jennifer, for your donation. I forgot to say, yeah, if you have not seen anything like my star stencil, well, thank you. If you would like to make a donation, it's not necessary, but if you want to make a donation, I greatly appreciate your support. By making a donation, I will add you to my YouTube donator membership on my website. So if you're new and you've never donated before, make a donation, then go over to my website at lindaisrael.com, create a user account. Then once you've done that, use the contact form and say, hey, I'm so-and-so on YouTube, and I created a user account, and I donated, and what I'll do is I'll add you to that membership. That membership then gives you a discount on items in my shop. It also gives you free digital downloads, several of them that I have made as well. Okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so this now you can fold up one at a time, and you have this writing space on the back side, and you have this writing space on this side. So for here, my watch just came unflapped. I took a junior legal notepad paper and I used the holly leaf stencil. I sprayed the stencil, and with the Tattered Angels on top, I mopped up with a piece of paper. So I'm going to take this and adhere it down underneath there. So now we have additional writing space. So now you know why I didn't mind that I didn't stencil this side of the page, because I'm covering it up by layering other papers. You love flippy things? Well, good. I'm glad I did a flippy thing that you hopefully can use yourself. I'm just smoothing that out. I got to look at my sample again because I got to remember what I did. Put this back in here. Oh yeah, so once I got here, where is my stamp? There it is. I have this little, I think it's called Christmas Swirl Small. Christmas Tree Swirl Small. So I'm going to stamp it right here. Just so it's a little bit of a decoration on the page. Free digital downloads! Whoop whoop! Oh, good job, Jennifer. 100 junk bucks you won. All right, so that's going to go here. I decided that I wanted a little decoration here in this corner. So this is the holly leaf stamp, and I stamped it and watercolored it. Then I went over it with the tulip dimensional glitter paint, and I'm just going to glue that right here on top, because I don't think it needs to be over embellished. Okay, I like to have just a little touch here and there. So that's going to go right there, and I'll just press it down. Yeah, I have lots of jelly plate downloads. Exactly. You feel like you have crafter's ADHD. I go from one thing to the next. You know what? That's okay to do that. That's why I like junk journals, because I can work on different styles at different times. I can use all the skills that I have to make journals. Alrighty, so now we're going to get to see this concept twice today. I'm going to show you. This is a grocery sack that I have cut up and folded. So this particular sack piece is roughly, almost 9¼ inches. Basically what I do is I cut a strip and then folded it in half, and then I cut that in half, and this is how the size came out. This is 5 inches wide. I did do that on purpose because I didn't want this any wider than my journal page. Then this was the natural fold, so I just went with it. And then I folded this part down. So now we kind of have a little envelope going on. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I've got from, I always say it wrong. It's either French script or French correspondence. I don't see Norella in the chat yet. Always looking for new skills to master. Me too. You see something and off I go away from current focus. Hey, I understand that, Sam. I do. You know, and sometimes what you have to do is just sit down and do a sample. Not necessarily the full journal, but maybe you're going to take a piece of paper right now. Grab a piece of paper, y'all. Grab a piece of paper that's roughly 5 inches by 9 inches. It could be 8.5 by 11 inches, but you cut it down to 5 inches. And this portion of the flap, well, it's a little over almost 3.5 inches. You could make it shorter if you're using 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and then fold down the top. So now we're making an envelope. I'm going to take this French script and I'm just going to randomly stamp it all over. All right, I'm just kind of just putting some pattern is all I'm after. We're not really going to be able to see a lot of this. And because it had printing on the inside, I'm going ahead and I'm adding a little bit of stamping here as well. Okay, just so that when you open this up, you kind of see that pattern. So next I have some little pieces here. One of them is a little piece of gel print, and I want to glue that down. Oh, I just realized I wanted to stamp right there. I didn't do that on my other one, but that's okay. All right, so now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to glue it down on top here. And I'm warning you now. Giovanna, thank you so much for my little sewing lamb. We're going to go to the sewing machine here in just a moment. Hanging on threads. So I'm going to glue this down. I'm not going to the edge because I'm going to sew and I don't want to go through wet glue. So I'm just positioning that to where it's kind of in the center of this piece. And then I have a strip of a gel print that has that same star stencil that I want to put up here. I've already gone around the edges with Distress ink. So again, I'm just going to glue this down, and then we're going to go to the sewing machine and stitch it. So as I have this open, I'm going to stitch around this piece. Then I'm going to stitch around this piece. Then I'll fold it close, and I'll just do a narrow or a straight stitch right down this edge and down this edge to close it all up. You with me? You love the green and gold? I do too. I think it's kind of fun. All right, let's go to the sewing machine. All right, so like I said, we're going to stitch across here. So I've got regular sewing machine, regular thread. I've got zigzag stitch on 2.5 and 2.5. I use a regular needle. It doesn't hurt anything to sew on paper. Just make sure your glue is dry or you're not sewing through wet glue. All right, so I'm going to stitch around this edge. And then I'll get to the corner and I'll let my needle stay down and I'll raise my presser foot and swing this around and then sew down this side. And then continue to do that all the way around. Bye, sewing lamb. You know, I used paper. You could also use fabric. I saw fabric in there, but you could use fabric as well. can use scrapbook paper. So I'm using my gel prints, but use whatever makes your heart happy. Switch it around. Okay. Now, if you don't have a sewing machine, you could just glue it down and be done with it, okay? I'm going to fold this up and I'll stitch right here in this little area. So I'm going to make a straight stitch and I'm going to increase my stitch width a little bit, or length. Close that on that side. So I'm going to flip it around and do the other side. I know I'm going to use my sewing machine again later, so I'm going to go ahead and set it back on the stitches size, because if I don't, when I go to do it later, it'll be messed up. All right, so we're back over here, and now we've made this little pocket envelope. Okay, we'll have this as a pocket back here, and then we'll have this portion right here. So let's go ahead and glue it into place so that the glue can be drying. So I want to make sure I've got it right side up. So there's my flippy flappies. This is going to go right here. So I'll glue that into place. If you have a journal card that is wide and you want to be able to use the whole width, you can add a piece of paper and then fold it, and that becomes the tabs. Oh, hey, Tony. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The Mr. Edmondson. Thank you for allowing her to hang out with us. I know she is enjoying this because she always tells me so, but I greatly appreciate her supporting me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep, listen to Linda. I ruined a needle yesterday, recently, being impatient, and almost another one the other day. Cleaned it and alcohol and saved it. Good job, good job. Yeah, sometimes if you have too many choices, it's hard to focus on one thing. All right, so there's that piece. I'm going to let this dry for a moment, so set that up here. And I've shown a couple of tutorials on coloring the little gnome. So this little gnome was colored with the Spectrum Noir. I don't know if you can see the, because it flashes out. Spectrum Noir Sparkle. And I used a little bit of some watercolor pencils to kind of get that brown in his beard, and a little bit of some Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists. I dipped it with my paintbrush, used the candlelight on there. So I thought this might be kind of cute to put the little gnome on a 4x4 piece of scrapbook cardstock. Thank you so much, Sam. So I thought I'd make this little journal card. Just keeping it really simple. Now you could stitch around that outside edge, add some more to it. Yeah, the fake, the faux leather look by crumpling up shopping bags. Oh yeah, that definitely. I know Julie has done it. I've seen other people. I've done it years ago. I haven't done it in a while. But yes, if you like that faux, leather paper look, that would be cute. So that's going to go in my journal card or journal pocket. So back over here, I was letting that dry. I have a little cardinal. That's a little stamp that I stamped it on red paper. Pardon me, I've got the hiccups. You love the dictionary words. Aren't they fun? Those are by Norella of Calico Collage. You can go over to her Etsy, and I think you can do Christmas vocab, I think. I don't know how she has it in there, but you type in Christmas, you need all the Christmas, right? You gotta have all the Christmas. And we'll put that right there. And then I have from the Merry Little Christmas kit, this is one of the snowflakes, and I added the Tulip Dimensional Glitter Paint. I think it just makes these that much better. So let's glue this down as a little element here. And then I have another dictionary word. This says Christmas, so we're going to put that down here. I think I love the little gnomes. Someone said, gnomes, please put gnomes in the Christmas kit. So I did. All right, so I'm just laying my block on here. Now, this is a pocket, so I just have another cardstock journal page that I'm going to put behind there. But see, this little guy flaps up, so we're going to fix that. So let's zoom in, and I'll show you what we're going to do here. I've got a paper clip. And I've got a jump ring, and I've got a little charm. I need to buy some more jump rings. Anybody want to see me some jump rings? I need more. I haven't bought any in a while. All right, so I've got a regular paper clip. I've got some needle nose pliers. I'm going to grab a hold. Sometimes this is bent, so I just kind of bend it back. I'm going to grab a hold of this piece, and I'm going to curl it. You may have to kind of turn your hand over and do it a couple of times. And then I just kind of smash it to make sure that it's curled all the way. And then just for decorative purposes, I'm going to come in here and curl this side. Again, trying to keep it as flat as possible. Okay, so I've got those two pieces. Now I know that I want my charm to hang off of this little piece here. So I'm going to grab my split ring, and whenever you're doing split rings, you want to twist them, not pull them apart. You want to twist. So see how I've got that twisted open? And then I'm going to look at my little charm, and I want to go this way when this is going down. All right, so I'm going to put that right here. Two-sided charms are best because then you don't have to worry about if you got it the right side up. So there is my little charm. You see that? And then we're going to put this over here. So let's go back. You like that? All right, so our journal card is going to go in the pocket. And to keep this little flap down, I've got this little charm that, because we've got a pocket in the back, will slip right on here. And you've got a little dangle. You like it? So there is our page with a little dangle here. We've got a journaling card there. We have the flip up. So I try to do something different on each panel so that y'all, I'm doing something different because sometimes I do the same thing on 2 pages. You like that? So here's another little dangle. That's how I made that dangle there. Okay, so let's close that up. And here's the original that I made. Same concept, just may have different sentiments, but I did the same little journal card on the inside as well. And then a little charm like that. And then on this side, we have different cards here, but for the most part, they are the same concept. Okay? You like that? Thank you so much. I'm glad. Yay! I did something that you like. Did I miss a piece? I have to look at my journal to see if I missed a piece. Okay, I got that. I must have just had an extra piece laying on my desk. I thought I missed something. Okay. It was extra. Okay. All right, let's go to the next journal page. So now, how many of you save your Christmas cards? You love the paperclip? Yay! Do you save your Christmas cards? How do I think of all these ideas? So good. Oh, thank you, Morgan. Well, some of it is because I've been doing it for so long. And what happens is I forget about techniques that I haven't showed you in a long, long time. You know, and I've shown how to make altar paper clips. I've shown how to make charms, but I was trying to show a little bit different. So, yay! Okay. How can... Oh, okay. I sent you another one, Bonnie. But yes, I can send you another coupon code. I thought you haven't used it, have you? Yeah, I'll email you again. Just be on the lookout from email me at lindaisrael.com. Okay? Thank you, Giovanna. Thank you so very much. Okay. So now, where's my original page? Oh, here it is. Okay. So now I have another book page. This time it's a Bible. I sprayed it ahead of time so you wouldn't have to wait on me to get this part to dry. I got to get the right color. Where is it? I used the Silver Star and I just spritzed it all over the page. So it just darkened it with a little bit of that silver. Now what I'm going to do is find this page. So I'm getting this page ready. I'm putting my stencil in. I put it in a spray box just so my spray doesn't go all over my desk. That's the only reason why I do this. It is not necessary unless you just, want to be like me. I'm just trying not to make a big mess that I have to clean every time. So now I'm going to grab the Merry Little Christmas Pine. It has a lot of gold in it. I'm going to shake that up. Good. Yeah, if you can save them. I was a member of a stamp club. And so what they would do is everybody would save their card fronts and they would cut off the back side of it. So it didn't really matter what was on here because we're going to use this front portion. So I have a whole stack of those that I saved for myself. I've got the little diamond stencil here and I'm just spraying a little bit all over. I'm going to use this page that we mopped up with earlier and mop this up. I got it off a little bit, but that's okay. The idea is I'm just trying to get a little bit of a pattern on this side of the page. And I think, did I use, oh yeah. Just so this can be drying, I'm going to spritz this side with a little bit of the red. So this can be drying when I set this aside, okay? And then there is the page. I need to clean my hands. I stuck my hand in Tattered Angels. The diamond stencil, I think it's pretty strong. I tried to make it with bigger connectors between the diamonds. Can you see that? I haven't broken it yet. So you can kind of see some stencils I make are fragile, but this one's pretty strong. Okay. So we got this side. I'm going to dry it just a little bit. All right, so I know this piece, I'm letting it dry. This is going to go on the other side. And this goes on the other side. That goes on the other side. That goes on this side. That goes on this side. This goes on the other side. Okay. All right. I have another envelope. This time I did punch a circle out of that, it looks like. And I have a piece of wrapping paper that I'm going to glue down here. So I'll glue that first. And glue this down. And I just realized I need to do stuff on the other side, so I'm going to show you this and then. So this is my poinsettia stamp that I watercolored with watercolor pencils. I used some tulip, I didn't use that. I used Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists, and then I used a wink of Stella to get some glitter on that. So I'm going to glue this down. Oh, well, see, you could add more to it, Julie. Thank you, Nadine, for your donation. Thank you, Margie, for your donation. I just saw that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sorry that I didn't see it. Oh, wait, I don't want to glue that down yet. I need to sew it. So let's go over to the sewing machine after I glue this piece down. And we're going to do sewing lamb real quick because I forgot. I was talking. So I'll glue that in the middle here. All right, so I'm going to go over the sewing machine and stitch around this piece and stitch around this piece and stitch it close. You like the envelopes? Thank you. All right, let's go back over here. So I'll stitch this down right here, down the side. You know, using those paper sacks are handy. And I forgot to stamp on it. I was going to stamp on it and I forgot. Well, I'll show you how to get around that when you forget to stamp on it ahead of time. All right, so I stitched all the way around. I'm going to go ahead and stitch down the sides. This time I'm using a zigzag stitch. I had a little more border because this piece of paper was smaller than the gel print that I used. All right, so there's our envelope. Let's go back over here. It's wrapping paper. That's wrapping paper. It was some wrapping paper I had left over, and I thought I would use it. All right, so I messed up, and I didn't stamp on this before I glued down all my pieces. So here's what I'm doing. I'm laying a piece of paper down. I'm going to grab my same stamp that I used earlier, and I'll just stamp randomly over where I missed earlier. Okay, then I'm going to move this around, and I want to do this edge because I like it when you see just a little bit in the background. I don't know why, it just looks cool to me. So we're going to do this side. So if you ever mess up, there's usually a way. You just may have to finagle it a little bit to be able to come back in. See, now you can see the stamping around the edges. So now I want to stamp this portion up here. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'll just put my scrap of paper across here and stamp. Mixed media style. Yeah, magic technique. No, there's no magic technique. That was just some scrap of wrapping paper. I'm not worried about the back side because we're not going to see it. And let's just go ahead and do this edge and this edge. Okay. Just throw it aside. Oh, okay. So my little poinsettia that I glued earlier stuck to a piece of paper, but that's okay. I was able to salvage it. So now I'm going to glue it down right here. And then I'll glue the word poinsettia. You love the envelopes, Julie? They're super simple. Get those grocery sacks out and play with them. And I already had a journal card for the inside. This time I fussy cut out the candy cane and colored it with Tattered Angels, and I stamped Merry Christmas onto a little scrap and put that on top. So that's going to go in here. And this is going to go on here. And I also made, this time I made an altar paper clip where I put the charm onto a bulb pin. And I thought that would just be kind of cute to hang it down off the bottom like that. But what I need to do next is I need to fold this in half and I need to stamp on this side. I've got the diamond bar stamp by Beeline Designs, and we're going to stamp that across the top and the bottom, and then down the sides. I just wanted a little pattern around that outside edge. Yeah, you use it for little things like adding a little decoration to your journal. That's what this was just a little scrap that I had from cutting up the paper to make gifts. And I just stuck it in my Christmas supply so I would have it. All right, I wanted to make sure that I didn't have anything on my page on the other side when I went to stamp this. That's why I got out of order. Out of order! All right, so now I'm looking at all my supplies here. Where are we? Where's my sample page? Okay, so my sample page, I've got this pocket piece. It's going over here. So I'm going to glue that into place. Just down the side, across the bottom, back up again. Okay. Yeah, that diamond stamp's a lot of fun. It's very versatile. Yeah, it's a bulb pin is a garment pin or safety pin that the bottom portion looks like a bulb, like a light bulb. So it's called a garment pin or bulb pin. I do offer some standalone bulb pins in my shop. I don't know if I need to update the quantity, but I do have some available in my shop. So if you don't want to buy, 5,000 of them. All right, so that's going there. I've got a journal card. So this is one of Norella's little definitions. And I just took some of this ribbon. I have a bunch of it. And I just sewed a little snippet. And that's going to go over here. I don't want to push it all the way down in because I don't want it to get in the glue. Then on this side, I've got another piece of wrapping paper. Okay. This is rather thin. So I glued another piece of paper across the top so it would be a little bit sturdier. And then I stitched all the way around the edge. That's going to go over here on this side. And then I took a scrap of chip cardstock and I glued and then sewed this piece of fabric on it. That's going over here. So to make sure that I'm center, I'm going to fold my page back. And I want to glue this piece right down here on the bottom as a pocket. Hey, Sheila. Hey, how are you? I'm seeing lots of names I haven't seen in a while. So thanks for being here, everybody. I greatly appreciate your support. All right, so we're going to put this right here. I'm going to unfold it. I'm going to lay my block on it so it can be drying. So this guy, I want to put on my page, but I don't want him too far up because I have this little journal card that I want to put in the pocket. So what I'll do usually is I will lay the journal card to the side and then I'll kind of adjust. Okay, I think right about there. So that would give me enough time or space, not time, space. I was trying to figure out ways to make little pockets that I could get a little bit more stuff in my journal at different heights. And they weren't super bulky. Since this is scrapbook or wrapping paper, it's a lot thinner. I'm going to lay an acrylic block on top of it. Let that dry for a moment. All right, so for down here, I wish we could bottle up Christmas Spirit. That's a Beeline Designs stamp. So I think you put bottle up and you'll get that. I've got this on another page that I'll show you where I did this again, but I actually used a bottle to go with it. So this time I thought, well, I'll just use, I wish we could bottle up the Spirit of Christmas, and I'm angling it just a little bit. So I'm going to glue that down. And then I have another one of the little cardinals. It's kind of fun to stamp this little cardinal multiple times because it just helps make your embellishments go a little further when you can create them yourself. Oh, so glad to have you here, Teresa. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so that's going there. I think that's enough for this one. Let's put this back in the bin. Oh man, I did stick it. I was trying to be careful, and I got my journal card in the glue. Thankfully, I'll be able to cover that up. I was testing it. All right, let's just kind of barely sit that there. So this will have time to glue. I'm going to flip it over, and then we'll show you the rest of the embellishments that I'm going to put on this page. Okay, so on this side, I have the greeting card that I added tabs to. Simple. And I'm going to put it right here in the middle. Now, what I'll do again is I'll fold this over just so I know where my middle is. If you already have a journal page, you can just judge by the page. But since this is a full sheet, I usually fold it in half. So I'm just adding glue to my tabs. Oh, cool, 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 Sam. Use that fabric up. It's fun. All right, so that's going here. I could have also stamped that in red or green, but I chose to do black. So this side, Norella again has a layered pocket element that she offers in the kit. And I just realized I didn't add distress inks to the edges of this. So I was looking at my scrapbook paper, and I cut a piece of paper that is 4 inches by 8 inches tall. Okay, so I got that piece. And then I have another piece of scrapbook paper here that I cut to be 3 inches by 4 inches. So I'm going to go around the edge of that. Okay. And then I have from Calico Collage one of these little images that she offers. So I thought this would be a super cute layered pocket element. What do you think? So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I have the full use of all the pockets, and I forgot to do that ahead of time, so you get to see me do it now. I'm looking for a scrap of paper I can cut up. Paper I can cut up. Oh, here we go. There's a scrap. This is just text weight paper, so I'm going to cut a few 1-inch strips because I'm going to use those to help have the full use of all my pockets. So there's 3 strips. Do 4. I like to make mine 1 inches by however long my piece of paper is. A lot of times I go the 11-inch width or length. All right, so first, I want this piece on top of that piece as a pocket. So I'm going to put glue across the bottom here and glue on this little tab. So if you got a piece of paper that you can't add a 1/2 inch to all the sides, well, this is how you can do that. to get the full use of a pocket. Then I'm going to come down the side here. Use the same little piece. I usually flip it so I can see the front side, about a 1/2 inch. And then I'll cut this off at an angle. And then this piece I'll put over here. Okay. Like that. And then I'll cut this piece off. And I'll kind of get that at an angle. So that's one piece. So now I'm going to do this same fashion. Go across the bottom and up the sides. I like to place the paper in the glue and then slide it up so it gets that whole leading edge covered in glue. Okay. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. I greatly appreciate your support. I hope you're having fun, that you're seeing some ideas of ways to create your own junk journal using a plethora of supplies. So I already cut that one. So now I'm going to do this side. Slide that in. Cut this off. And I always let my paper glue dry for a little bit before I fold it. And now I'm going to put glue here and put tabs on. Thank you, Lori, for your donation. I think that's what Bonnie just said. I didn't see it pop up yet, so thank you. Thank y'all for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Hello, Vicky. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Lori, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I greatly appreciate your support today. All right. It's only 42 degrees there. Brr, that is cold. I haven't been outside today. I just opened the back door crack for the dog to go out. All right, so I did that piece, top and bottom. So now we have all these little pieces. Let me get rid of the scraps I don't need. Yay, Lori, I missed you too. My little dog is asleep behind me back here. All right, so now we're going to assemble this. So I'm going to start with this piece since it's been here the longest, drying. And I will fold my little tabs back to the back side. Try to get them as straight as possible. Like so. And then I'm going to do this piece the same way. Hercules is okay. He injured his leg almost a month ago, and he still won't walk on it. It doesn't seem to hurt him when you touch it and rotate it, and I've mashed his toes. I've been looking between his toes to see if he had a splinter. I can't see anything, and I'm sorry, but I don't have any money to take him to the vet for them to give an x-ray of it. Other than he just doesn't walk on it. He gets around just fine. When he was a puppy, he injured the same leg. We think he tore his ACL. Because he wouldn't walk on it for a long time, and then he started walking on it again. It was fine. But I noticed that that muscle hasn't really ever developed all the way. Thank you, Morgan, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Aw, thank you. He's a sweet dog. Thank you, Janice, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See, I don't know. I don't think it's his hip because he deliberately pulls his leg up when he walks. And then occasionally he'll let it come down and then he'll use it sort of to balance as he walks or runs. It depends on if he just woke up. Well, Veronica, it is pretty easy. Just grab some paper and put it together. Now, I'm using scrapbook paper here. You could use your gel print. You could use a book page. You could use digital downloads. You can use junk mail, use greeting cards, whatever you have, okay? Hercules is 12 years old. So he's getting up there in years. All right, so I'm folding that in. Okay. So now I'm going to do is layer this piece onto this piece, and I'll have my little pocket. Thank you! Exclamation point raffle, Sandra. Oh yeah, I need to do the raffle. All right, y'all enter the raffle for 200 junk bucks. And honestly, I went faster today than I thought I would. Raffle. I may have to... I've got a journal page that I did not design anything additional for, so maybe that's what we'll work on to fill the time. All right, so there's my layered pocket. So now I'm going to take this and glue it onto my page. So I'll glue here and here. Like so. Like it? Okay. So now, where's my stuff? Okay. Y'all enter the raffle and then I'll go over. I think I need to add some distressing there. There. Yours is 14. He wouldn't walk. Aw. Slipped a disc. Oh, no. He's great now, Winter? Well, good. Maybe I'll have to give him some pain medicine. Yeah, it could be, too. I agree. It could be a past injury. All right, let's go through the raffle here. Y'all enter that. I'm going to get a drink. I've got some shake here. I have a tag from the kit. It goes in there. Here's another small tag that I'm putting there. And then I made this tag. This is the little tree, pine tree in my shop. And I stamped it and used green glitter. And then I used the tab punch. This is an ID punch that I punched the hole. And then I stitched that so the ribbon wouldn't fall off. And I thought that was kind of pretty to stick that back in there. Yeah, I have to be careful. I use baby aspirin usually. Yeah, he loves to be warm. He loves to be warm. Thank you, Sam. All right, I think everybody... Okay, I see everybody getting in the boss fight. So I'm going to give you just a second for that to go by. And we'll do the raffle for 200 junk bucks. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. Yeah, it's a nice punch. I like it. I'm glad I invested in it. All right. So, the winner of 200 junk bucks is... Pardon me. Megan Plans, or Morgan Plans. I don't know if I said Megan. Morgan Plans. This screen, my font's so small I can hardly see it. Oh, I just remembered. I don't have Robin here to write down my stuff. I got to do that. 200 junk bucks. Morgan Plans. And this is November 1st. I have to make sure to write my notes. Put my pen with that. Okay. Yay! All right, we're going to reset it. Yes. And I've been trying to figure out what to do for the next prize. All right, I've got it. Let me grab a couple of things here. right, we'll do that. That'll work. Okay. Christmas cards. Open. All right, so we're going to do some Christmas cards. So these were projects from last year, 12 days of junk journal gift ideas. So this is a shaker card. So the elements in there kind of move around a little bit. You see that? So you could just lay that in your journal. You could put it on the cover. You could do whatever you want, but there's that and an envelope. And then I handmade envelopes that I rubber stamped and stenciled on and glued. And then I have these journal cards. These are digital images from Calico Collage, and that's a rubber stamp in my shop and some fabric. And these open up. It's got a little embellishment on here. So I've got these 3 journal cards that will be the next giveaway. Set that up there. All right. So for behind this page over here, which kind of covered up my boo-boo, so I think what I'm going to do, my page ripped earlier, so I'm trying to see if I can't patch that up. Let's look what I've got. Oh, you know what? I'll do this. I've got a little cardinal. I'm going to glue over the spot that tore. So it looks like he's peeking out from behind here. Let that dry. So even if you have a boo-boo, you can fix it, okay? And then I took a, you need transparency, you have none, Bonnie? Well, you know what? I offered this, but maybe I need to put it as a product in my shop. How about 10 sheets of transparency film that I'll put in my shop? They roughly run around $1 a piece. So would you rather have 5 sheets for $5 or 10 sheets for $10? Let me know, and I will add that to my shop. All right, so here I took a craft colored cardstock piece of paper, and I stamped the bow, I don't know, bow duo, B-O-U-G-H. I always say that wrong. I think it's bow. It's bow, like B-O-W, but it's bow. And I just stamped that around the outside edge. Ashley says 5. Okay, Bonnie says 5. Okay, perfect. Everybody says 5. Okay. All right, well, I have plenty of transparency film, so I can do that. 5, 5, 5. Okay, I got it. I'll put 5 in the shop. And then I stamped the Cool Santa, and then this is the Believe. I think that's a quartet of 4 stamps. Let me get that out. That is from the Christmas Quartet. You get these 4 stamps in that set, and I stamped that on there. And I just thought that made a cute journal card, and that'll fit under our belly band. So you don't see the cardinal until you take the card out. And then for over here, I had a few elements. So I took another journal card the same size, which is roughly 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6¼ inches. It was just what I had already cut. Rhymes with now, bow, like bow wow, Linda. Okay, thank you. I couldn't remember B-O-U-G-H and if it's bow or bow, like bow wow. Okay. Rhymes with now. Bow. All right. So I used from the Merry Little Christmas Creative Kit, and I used peeled paint with a blending brush. Oh, thank you, Lily, Ruby Lily, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I just added that pattern here. This is one of my mixed media papers that I made, I think last year, maybe even a year before that, when I was doing a direct-to-paper page. And it is where I scraped a book page with green acrylic paint. Then I stenciled the little red on top of it, which is the quilted starburst. Let that dry. Then I stamped and used gold glitter embossing powder. And this is the night, 'twas the night. I think it's called 'twas the night. I'm looking for that stamp. Oh, here it is. Yeah, 'Twas the Night stamp. That was this stamp. And I did it with gold embossing powder. And I made a little pocket so that I could put this random piece of green cardstock that I had. I thought I'd just use all the weird pieces I could. And I love this little gnome card. And then this says the Christmas ball. And I did all that so that you could add more journaling cards to your journal. And they will fit behind this pocket. So it doesn't really show, but you've got this hidden journaling space. Okay? And then we'll go back over here. I'm not done decorating, so let's look here. Okay. So I've got a little gnome from the my Merry Little Christmas. I am so tongue-tied today. I painted it with white acrylic paint, and then I sprayed it with the Merry Little Christmas pine and let that dry. And then I glued it to a piece of green text wet paper that comes in the kit, because when I laid it on top of here, you couldn't see it. But now that I've put that paper behind him, you can see him a little better. So let's glue him down as an embellishment on our pocket. So I'm just only doing partial, and we'll glue that down right here. And then this was from a tutorial that I shared on my YouTube showing you how to stamp this reindeer and mask around it so that you could stamp all the other pieces in the background. And one thing that I did wrong in my tutorial, and I didn't mention it, was I should have made sure that the Distress Oxide ink was dry and then come back in and stamp the holly leaves, because what happened was the glitter embossing powder stuck to the Distress Oxide, which kind of turned out cool. But if you don't want that look, make sure it's thoroughly dry or use an anti-static bag. And I do have a tutorial over on my blog that kind of mentions that. So then this guy, all right, why aren't you going down in there? Yeah, should go. Okay. It should stick out just a little bit so we can see the top of his head. And then I have this perforated papers. So whenever I sprayed that one page that I showed you, the half sheet with the holly leaves, this is what I sprayed. And I just made a couple of little papers onto a piece of cardstock so that I could put this in the pocket down here. Okay, lots of layers there. And that goes down in the pocket. And we got this piece over here. All right. And then here's my example that I made. Same concept, just some different elements in the pockets. Different elements here. This is Norella's layered pocket that she made for the kit here without the green or the cardstock behind there. Yeah, I see. And sometimes if you want to do them on purpose, that's perfect, you know, for doing that, Julie. But if you didn't want that there, use, make sure it's dry, or use the anti-static bags. So same concept. I just had a couple of different images here. It's got a different little paper clip there. Got you singing Christmas songs. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. All right, one more page, and then I've got two little pages I need to work on. So here's our mop-up paper that we made earlier. Okay. So I'm getting some stamps to go with it. All right, there's the inside. And I think when I mounted this paper clip, okay, he needs to come from this side. So that's going to come on that side. So that'll go here. Okay. I'm just putting him where I know I want him. And then I have another one of the definitions, but I just put a piece of fabric behind it. I should have frayed it a little bit more, but I didn't. I ripped mine. So you get one strip of this fabric in the subscription box. I'm going to glue that over here. Thank you, Laura, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, I do not, Kat. I don't take the elements out. I sew it all together as a finished product. I'll show you. We're going to do it here at the end. But I typically don't put that many bulky things in my journals. Today, this one's got a little bit more bulky stuff in it than normal. And then I've got this little elf, or gnome. I don't know why I said elf. Gnome. That I thought he would be cute right here on this side. So I'm going to glue him down across the corner. So he's a little bit of a text spot there. And then I have the Let It Snow rubber stamp that I thought would be really cute across the top here. Like that. And I've got a journal card that'll go in this little text spot. We're going to wait. And he's so cute. All right, so on this side, I want this guy over here. So I know he's going to go on this side to hold some stuff. So I'm looking at my project here. This is a little page flag that Norella puts in the kit, and usually they go this way, but I'm going to turn mine this way and then lay that down. And then I stamped Merry Christmas on a scrap of paper. So we're just going to stamp or glue these together up here. So some pages can be simply decorated. You don't have to go all the way out and create tons and tons of different things. You can do something relatively simple. Okay. So over here, I have Home for the Holiday. Oh, thank you, Ada, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, I don't have one of those deckled rulers. I just use my regular metal edge ruler, and I'll even show you how it looks. Let's just do it with this. So I've got a piece of text weight paper. So usually what I'll do is I'll kind of look at what I want. And for example, maybe I want a 3-inch strip that I want to play with. So I will lay my ruler down, and whatever's the shorter side you want on this side, and you're longer on this side so you can get a hold of it. And I just rip it, and that's what my edge looks like. I don't feel like I need the fancy edge. All right, Home for the Holidays. And then I've got this little mason jar, and this says Happy Christmas comes once more. The Happy Christmas. So I'm going to put that in this paper clip. Let's flip this back over, and then I have a little journal card that'll go right there. Keeping it really simple on that page. All right, let me put a couple things away. Here's the same concept, just another little journal card that I made. Got a little text spot there. All right. I have some pages here. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Okay. So here's what I did earlier. Tape to the ruler. There you go. foil box ripper. Yeah, some people like for aluminum foil, that surrogated edge that you can get or off of saran wrap. You have that little metal edge. Well, when you empty the box, glue it to a ruler and then you'll have that edge. Oh, well, thank you, Bonnie. I try to make it the best price because I think I sell it for the same price that Canvas Court Brands, Tattered Angels, sells it for. They're going up on their prices, though. Okay, so this is gel prints that I turned into a digital download in my shop. So I wanted to show you what that looked like as a printed piece of paper. So that's a print of a gel print. And then this side is a different gel print that I had in my shop. So let's make something to go on these 2 pages. I do have enough supplies to make 2 journals. If we get to, I'm just going to put it out there, put $100, I'll give away 2 journals today. If we get to $50, I'll just give away 1 journal today. Those that have donated would be eligible because that's part of what you're buying into is your membership to my website for the YouTube donator. And during the live stream, if I have a journal and you donate during that live stream, you get a chance to win the journal. Okay. So, only buy from Linda. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. What can I put on here to maybe add a little bit more interest? So give me a second to contemplate. Okay, I've got this journal card, this piece of cardstock. I'm going to cut it down to be 6 inches. It is 4 by 6. All right, so we can use that. And what else do I have here? I have this piece of mixed media paper. I'm thinking maybe we'll make a couple of pockets. So let's cut it 2 inches. So this was a direct to paper where I painted the page with red paint and I used the stencil from a Christmas Dream Creative Kit, which is now available as just the standalone stencils because I sold out of that kit last year. How much has been donated? Well, I have, let me read it out to you and you can add it up for me, okay? So I don't have to get my calculator out. We have the Mrs. Edmondson gave $5. We had Margie who gave $25, so that's $30. We have Nadine who gave 3 and Lori who gave 2, so now we're at 35. Morgan gave 3, so that's 33. Janice Brammer gave 4, so that's 37. Ruby Lily gave $1.49, so now we're at $38.49. Laura Johnson gave 2, so now we're at $40.49, and Ada gave $3, so now we're at $43.49. Hey, I can do math. Hey, if you would like to donate, you can use the Streamlabs to donate. I don't remember if I have, what is it? Is that right? I can't remember. Junkie Joe will, no, stop. I did math. All right, so we've got these 2 little pieces that I thought we might be able to use maybe on that side as a pocket. Let's look. Let's see how this looks. Maybe like that. And maybe we'll put this in there. So I'll have a couple of pockets on here. All right, this is how I build, okay? We've got an hour. You got 48, 49? You got 48. Okay, I did math wrong. 48, 49. I counted wrong because I don't do math well. 5 and 25 is 30. Plus 5 is 35. Plus 3 is 38. Plus 4 is 40. Okay, yeah, you're right. 50, 59, Henry said. We made it to 50 for once. We got 5 and 30 and 5. I don't know. I have to have a calculator because I don't do math. And Jennifer just gave again. So we have, let's clear, 5 plus 25 plus 5 plus 3 plus 4 plus 1.49 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 equals $50.49. That's where we're at. All right. So I've got a little pocket that'll go there to hold that journal card. I think this needs a little something, don't you? So maybe, oh, you know what? I have these words. So let's look at those. Let's see what we have here. I have one that says eggnog. How about elf, Christmas stocking, Christmas tide, sleigh bell. I was kind of getting all those out. All right, let's put some distress inks on these. So I'm just adding a little bit. I know, I suck at math, y'all. Robin's not here. You love the red? Thank you, Janice. All right, so I'm thinking Christmas stocking. Sometimes I don't add the distress inks on those. All right, so I've got 4 of these little guys. So maybe if we did something like that to kind of break up the red a little bit. I'm looking in my little bin over here to see if I have any extra leftover bits that we could use. Oh, I got a little gnome that I cut out. Oh, here's another little snowflake. Okay, cool. So I got a couple little things here. Okay. So let's do that. Let's put those like that on the page and just leave it the way it is. You're brilliant at math if you have a calculator. Well, thank you all for forgiving my math skills, or lack of. I greatly appreciate it. I'm making this so if we want, it could be a tuck spot. So I'm just gluing it on the top and the side, and this was on the side and the bottom. Thank you, Winter's Dream, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll set that aside. Let's do that over here again. So let's put sleigh bell and Christmas tide on here. Henry says he's good at all the M's, which is math, music, making dinner, mischief. Eggs for you, milk for me. Yeah, Calico Collage has the definitions. Those are a Calico Collage digital download from Norella. And I printed them out last year and used several of them, but I printed the whole set. And I had so many, I thought, well, I need to use them. Gotcha. Gotcha, Laura. I like eggnog, especially if it's got rum in it. All right. So now I've put those on that side. I've got these 2 pieces. So I've got these strips that I cut earlier, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this edge in and fold this edge, and it should fit right there, and then my journal card should fit right there. So I'm going to put some distress inks on the edges. Let's go over to the sewing machine. So Sewing Lamb in a moment. And what we're going to do is we're going to stitch just so that it has the stitch pattern. You hate rum, Julie? Is it too sweet? I like it because it's sweet. All right, so let's add some distress ink. I'm using Walnut Stain. Mine's pretty dark. I try to keep mine re-inked on a regular basis. I need to order another re-inker. All right, so we're going to stitch around those two pieces. While I've got these out, let's go ahead and round the corners. So where'd my crocodile corner chomper go? Oh, it fell. He was back too far. You like eggnog without the milk and egg? So you like the rum or whiskey? I can't imagine why, Morgan, that you would like Captain Morgan. All right, so I'm going to add some distress inks. I printed these gel prints, and the first page was printed on my thin copy paper. So I just decided to print the buffalo plaid on the other side so that I could have those. Oh, I remember something I didn't do. So I could have those double thickness. That's what I didn't do. Where is it? It's not there. Must be on this one. Okay, here we go. So I forgot to put a piece of ribbon across the top here. Hey, Patty, how are you? Thank you for your donation. So I'm going to do this while we're waiting on it to dry. I've got the best glue ever, and I've got a piece of ribbon that I want to put down. So I'm just going to make a little squiggle line across the top there and let that dry for a moment. I may even use my heat tool. I'm using the best glue ever because when it air dries, it turns clear, and it is sticky. So you can stick down things like ribbon. And this ribbon is kind of a woven plasticky stuff. It's not really fabric. And I'm just folded it over and cutting my ends. So I have that cute little tabs there. And I've got glue up here. So I'm just going to dry it with my heat tool for a moment. Thank you, Morgan. How much ink do I put on when I'm re-inking my ink pad? You know, it kind of depends on what's going on, but not quite a full dropper full. So now that ribbon is across there. So that finishes that page a little better. Isn't that better? I think so. Okay. Put this back over here. All right. So we got these two pieces. And the reason why I was looking at that ribbon, I wanted to use a piece to put on this journal card. So I'm just looking at this. I've got a piece. We're going to sew this. All right. I've gone around the edges. We're going to stitch, and we're going to stitch this little guy. I got two of them onto our journal card like that. Okay. So sewing cam. Oh yeah, Norella's having a sale. Linda's Lush group. We start drinking because we're talking about Christmas. Gotcha. I'll show you in just a moment. I'm just working away. All right, sewing cam. All right, we're going to stitch this little piece down. So I'm just going to put it in the corner. I've already got it set on zigzag, and I'm just going to stitch over it. So now I have it a little embellished. Just simple, 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 simple. stitch that away. Stitching away. All right, so now I'm going to stitch on this piece. Norella of Calico Collage. She is the one that does the graphics in my subscription boxes. I hand draw the stencil designs, and I send a copy of that image to Norella, and she will use that to make backgrounds along with other digital elements that she has to make the journal kits. So she's in the United States, and I like to support small businesses in the U.S. I create the stencils in-house, so I have a laser cutter and I create the stencils. Actually, Henry cuts them for me, but I design them, Henry cuts them. The chipboard pieces, I also cut. I have a laser, so I'll cut those. The Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists comes from Tattered Angels, and they're out of Springdale, Arkansas. They're in the U.S. I offer Beeline Designs rubber stamps. They're from Mustang, Oklahoma. And then I have my own line of rubber stamps that are laser engraved rubber stamps that I have in my shop. So everything I'm showing you, either I offer it or Norella offers it in their online shops. All right, I think I got all the pieces sewn, so let's go back over here. Okay, so I'm going to take these pieces and glue them down as a pocket. So I didn't put a tab across the bottom, but I am going to use this portion of the tab and then put some glue here and on this tab. Making sure I didn't get too much excess glue. All right, sewing cam lamb, get out of the way. And I'll get an acrylic block here to lay on top. Let's do that again over here. All right, did I miss anything? Did I get it, all your questions answered? Are you getting some ideas of how to use some things that you may already have, or order from my shop at lindaisrael.com? Ooh, Fireball. Oh my gosh, that's some strong stuff. Okay. I have a few little embellishments left. Let's see what we can do here. You know what? I've got this these words, but I think I'm going to use something different. Let's look here. Is that too much? What if we were to take those little stars and put those on top? Should we leave them white, or should I spray them with the silver Tattered Angels? Silver star? Let's see what happens. It's only paper. I think I might like it with the silver. Let's see. I painted those with acrylic paint. Let that dry. And now I'm spraying them with the silver star Tattered Angels. Come on, Sandra, you need to get it. Get all the things. Oh, thank you, Suzanne, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Silver. I'm letting it pool and make weird little watercolor effects. Sometimes if you tilt it as you let it dry. This one's almost dry. All right, I like that. This one's almost dry. Ooh, that gets hot. Congrats, Teresa. Good job. You got 160 junk bucks. That's amazing. You're getting there fast. You get to 2,000 junk bucks in your shop. You can type !award and I will give you a $10 off coupon. All right, so what do you think? Putting that little stars across there in the silver. I think that'll be pretty on top of there. You love the silver. Yay, Morgan. Yeah, it does kind of look watercolor, doesn't it? Kind of pools a little bit. Now, if you don't want that look, you could always use a paintbrush and paint it on a little at a time. I'm just putting a little bead of glue on there. This came from the Merry Little Christmas subscription box. You get like 12 different chipboard elements. Okay. So yeah, once you get to 2,000 junk bucks, type !award, and I can do that. Oh, the messages are from Junkie Joe automatically sends though. But yes, Robin cuts and pastes them. She has a little word sheet that she has them in, and she just copies and pastes. Yeah, I understand, Sam. Use them up. Get them out and use them. Paint with a paintbrush. Spray them onto things. Make a wash with them and wash the page or dip fabric in them. All right, so this is going to go in here. And this is going to go in here. Try not to push it all the way down in case the glue's not dry. All right, so we need to put something on the other side. I'll flip this over. And I have this little lantern that comes in the kit, and then I had a gnome left over, so I'm just going to glue those down. Working on it. You're almost there. Oh, like a tool belt? All right, let's put that there. I didn't make this a tuck spot. I'm just gluing it all the way down. Yeah, see, using that paintbrush to color with those sprays is another way to use them. Especially if they're really dark colors, and when you spray them on a journal page and they're just too dark, you can't write on them. But you could make pockets out of them, backgrounds for journal cards. All right, I like it. Let's see if we need anything else on here. Should I put the little snowflake on there? I think so. I'm going to put the little snowflakes on those. Alrighty, I've made all the journal pages for the journal. So what I'm going to do now is kind of clean off my desk a little bit here. We're going to stack out, and I'll show you all the pages, some that I made ahead of time. We're going to bind the journal together, and just before I do the flip through of the journal, I will allow y'all to win the Christmas cards that I made. So we'll give those away. And then with the journal. So if you want a chance to win one of these two journals, make a donation today. If I get to $100 in donations, I'll give away both journals. If I don't, we'll just give away one. And the winner, the first person's name I draw for that, or only person's name, will get to choose which journal they want. All right, so I'm just putting a few things away. I'm going to clean my hands off. You love those pages? Well, yay, I'm glad. That was by the fly. Just doing them. I'm just cleaning my hands with some thieves cleaner. so I don't get any smudges and fingerprints. Okay, so we made these 2 pages. So we've got a tuck spot here and here that you can put something in. Same. And then on this side, I just added a couple of little embellishments so you could layer other things on there. And then here are a couple of journal pages that we made. It should be dry enough now that these pages have the flippy up in the middle. And I'm trying to decide, do I want that to be the center page, or do we want this to be the center page where we have the envelope and the multi-pockets? So if you were I think I kind of like this one for the center of my journal, just because of the variety that's on the page. They kind of blend together, but it's not super duper, you know, matchy-matchy. When I did the curled ends of the paper clip, it's closer to the beginning. It's closer to the beginning. But you know what, Sandra? Here, I'll show you. Hang on. Zoom in. We got time. I've got needle nose pliers. I grab a hold. Oh, thank you, Ashley, for your donation. I grab a hold of this guy, take my needle nose pliers, hook that on there, and then I just roll it over. Okay? Does that make sense? You see that? And then I'll do the same with the inner one. So I'll grab that and curl it up. The key is needle nose round pliers. I'm just kind of adjusting it. So there it is. So you can attach charms off that little loop, or you can put it off the bottom. Is that easy? Thank you so much. All right. So this is going to be my center page. I think that's what I'm going to do. Center page. Okay. And then this was our mop-up papers. I don't want it right next to this page, so I'm kind of positioning these where I think I want them. I have a couple of pages that I made before I started the live stream, so I'm just grabbing those. So this is, oops, I'm about to lose everything. This was a scrapbook paper. This was a adornment rubber stamp. So I stamped that with embossing powder, and it is easy, Sandra, just take your time. And stamped it with embossing powder, gold glitter, and then I took my gold leafing pen and went around the edges. And then this is another tutorial that's coming out this week, so you'll see how I made this journal card. This is from the kit. And then on the inside, I had some journal cards, so I just cut up that scrapbook paper. This is the stencil from the Merry Little Christmas kit. And then the outside edge is the Textured Edges rubber stamp. And I was playing around with this scrap of paper. So I stamped it with the bubble background, I think it's called, bubble background. And I colored in the circles with the Wink of Stella. I just happened to find this pen in my stash, so Wink of Stella brush. And it has a white pigment to it, but sparkly. I stamped the bow and did gold embossing powder on red paper. And then I just made it look like lines by using the Spectrum Noir sparkler pen. So it's a brush. And I just brushed it across there, and it made it look like a gift. So I put that in here. I stamped the bottle stamp that I have with the Alice in Wonderland kit in red embossing powder, glitter embossing powder. And then I watercolored that using Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists. So I have a little palette here. In fact, what I'll do is just add a little bit of water to that, and it'll reactivate it. And I just painted that, stamped the holly leaf, And then I did the I wish we could bottle up Christmas rubber stamp there. You like the full package? Thank you. Yeah. It's just, you know, some little cute package. And then on this side is that. All right, so we got these two pieces. So this is scrapbooky paper. Let's put that right about here. This was a mop-up page from when I sprayed those flip-up pages. So this was the mop-up with the copper glow. And then this is the swirly stamp. And then I did Merry Christmas and made a little banner. On this side, I used the ribbon again, one of the elements from the kit. This is also an element from the kit. And then another holly leaf that I colored. The inside is stenciled with the Christmas tree from a Christmas Dream stencil set, or the creative kit if you have that creative kit. And then the outside edge I stamped with the celebrating borders. There's a set of 4 stamps, and I love this little star pattern. Alrighty, so then I have 2 journal covers, which I showed y'all. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So these 2 pages I thought would be the perfect pages to see when we open the journal. This is what they look like with the gnomes. So let's put that there. Oh, thank you so much, Morgan. Thank you so very much. Another gnomes. This is my stencil design that I made and Norella used in the background. All right, where's my other pages? Over there. I love these pages that Norella made. So if you get the digital download, you can definitely cut these up and layer with them if you want. And then this side. So let's put that here. There's another one. She did the music pages. I love that. Here we got a little Christmas robin. Silver star. And I love the little stars. That's why I made the star banner in this kit. There's another one of my stencil patterns in the background. And then this page. Another gnome. Kind of made that mail package. And again, my stencil pattern there. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's put about like that, maybe. I may have rearranged this a little bit. Okay, I like this and this. Maybe this green will there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I like to rearrange my pages so that when you put them together, they just kind of blend well together. I don't know, it's just a thing. So I'm going to grab a cover. We're going to give away the journal card, Christmas cards here in just a moment. You like those vintage pages? Aren't they fun? So if y'all haven't already entered the raffle for these Christmas cards, type !raffle. Then once I get the journal bound together, I will pick the winner of those journal cards. And then we'll start the raffle for the Christmas journal. And thank you again for all your donations. I got Ashley donated $2. Suzanne donated $5. Tanya donated $3. Patty donated $4.99. Winter's Dream donated $2. Sandra Lewis donated $1.99. The Mrs. Edmondson donated $2. Ada donated $3. Laura donated $2. Ruby Lily donated $1.49. Janice Branmer donated $4. Morgan donated $3. And thank you so much, Morgan. Lori donated $2. Nadine donated $3. Margie donated a whopping $25. Thank you so much, Margie, for your donation. Alrighty, so that's the first journal. Let's make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, I'm going to let this aside for a moment and grab the next pages and get them all stacked together. Oh, no. Okay, thank you, Morgan. I'll fix that. I thought I must have missed one. So thank you. I'll look that up. I'll fix that. So if you got the wrong digitals, I'll get that fixed. I'll have to go through and see what's going on. I have to go in and manually update each one, and I must have missed one because it took me like 2 days to do all of that. So I have to upload the files, and I have to connect the files to the product. Write all the descriptions. Way to go, Norma! She won 150 junk bucks. Junkie Joe's being extra generous today. All right. I didn't check my messages today, so normally I try to check them, but I didn't. I did email out all the coupon codes, so check your emails. Bonnie, I will resend that coupon code. All right, so what I do is I make sure that all my pages are nestled together. In this case, all of mine are the same size, so I don't have to worry about if they're tall enough. Thank you, Sandra, for your donation. So I'm going to use these giant paper clips to help hold it all together. Okay. So you were asking if I take out all the embellishments, and I don't. I hold it up in a V. It's helpful if you have a bookbinder's cradle. Oh, thank you, Rhonda. Hello, Rhonda. And thank you for your donation. Hello, hello, hello. All right. So I'm going to V this up. And with that V, I'm going to come straight down and punch 3 holes for the pamphlet stitch. Keeping it in a V helps make sure all those pages are nested together. I'm going to use 3 times the height in wax linen thread. 1, 2, 3. And since I'm doing 2 journals, I'll go ahead and cut enough to do both journals at the same time. I'm almost out of wax linen thread, and I got worried that I was going to have to order some more because I thought I had some already, but I didn't know where it was, and I found it, and I have 2 giant spools that I found. I was like, yay! I have a bookbinder's needle. This is a 4-inch long, really strong needle that I offer in my shop, 2 for $5. And I like to use wax linen thread because it's stronger. It doesn't shift on me. And I just have a piece of fun foam there when I poked holes. Start in the middle. Pull this up. Hang on to the tail. Come from the outside to back to the inside. And I have tutorials that slow down this process of how to bind a journal. All right, so we want to make this up out of the way so you don't split your thread, and then go back through that center hole. Oh, awesome. You got a bookbinder's cradle, a yard sale. That's awesome. Yeah, did anybody already put in their coupon code? Yes, Rhonda, it did. We got your donation for $5. Thank you, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. All right, so I'm just binding this journal. I want to make sure that I don't have any gaps or loose, crazy threads going on. And I'm doing a square knot. Basically, I just tie it twice, sometimes 3 times. I think we have time that I will put some charms on here, so I'm going to leave this somewhat long and unclip it. Okay. It's fluffy. All right, let's do the next one. If y'all haven't already gotten the raffle for the Christmas cards, do that now. As I bind the journals together. Kind of adjust where I put my, and I do have a bookbinders template on my website. I think if you type bookbinders template, you'll see it. It's in several of my blog posts as a digital download, so you can print it. Ada, I replied to your email, so maybe you haven't received the email. It was shipped October the 23rd. It went out regular USPS mail. It's in a white rigid mailer, and I know that the U.S. Postal Service is running slow. They're running behind on getting out packages. All right, so I'm going to start in the middle. Come around. Yeah, check your junk mail because I did reply to you. Alrighty. Ha! I didn't get it. There we go. All right, we can pull this in opposite directions. We want to make sure that there's not any loops. And tie this off. Okay, so let's grab some charms, and then we will do the raffle. Oh, I've got a couple of these enameled charms. Let's see what we've got here. How about a little snowman? And I've got a candy cane. I've got 2 of each, so we'll do that. Woo! Almost made a mess. Then I've got beads, so I'm going to grab a few beads here. Try to get some of that green. All right. Let's put a green. I got a gold here. Let's do a white and a red. So these are seed beads that come in the kit. Let's do this little snowman. Alrighty. Yay for raffle. Yeah, they raised the rates and slowed down the stuff. Yeah. I have not seen anything yet. Julie, I haven't checked recently. When I checked a week ago, I was able to create a shipping label. So I don't know if that means that it gets sent and then it sits in a warehouse somewhere, either there or in the United States. I don't know. I'm going to do the same sequence again. Green, gold, white, and red. You love the Christmas charms? Thank you, Sandra. How many of y'all use the charms in the kit? Do you use the charms and the beads? I know I forget to use them during my live stream, so I'm trying to do better. I've got so many things I'm trying to show y'all that sometimes those get left behind. All right, so I'm just taking this and tying a couple of knots on it. Oh, it keeps coming back for going to Canada. Interesting. Yeah, Barb's not here today. I'm holding stuff for Barb. You do, you do. Okay, good. I'm glad. because I was really thinking about not offering them anymore in the subscription boxes, but if y'all use them, I'll keep putting them in. All right, so we're going to do green. If I get it in there. Green, gold. Well, I try to give a variety of things that I hope that y'all enjoy using, and I hope you like what I picked together. You love hanging things? Few kits where you made everything, used everything. Good. We're using them. All right. We'll keep using them. Keep using them. The next kit is going to be, I would call it Bohemian, Wild, Brave, Bohemian, I think, boho in concept. It's going to be bright colors. And we've already picked the images that Norella's going to use. I just created a rubber stamp. Henry just did yesterday, in fact. He cut it for me. I haven't cleaned it up to mount it. And it's a cow skull, a C-O-W, cow skull, that has feathers coming off his horns. So it's got that almost tribal boho style. All right, I'm having issues with this bead now. I'll have a dream catcher stamp that I'll add to my shop as well. So it'll be a fun thing. Yeah, these are from the subscription box, Teresa. The charms, you get like one enamel charm, and then you get like 3 or 4 silver charms, like the variety of like a bell. It could be a star, a Christmas tree. You also get the bulb pins. You get beads. You get the chipboard pieces in the subscription box. The 2 stencil sheets with 3 stencil designs. You get 1 bottle of the red Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists in the subscription box. You get a printed journal cover in 4 journal pages. And you also get 4 fussy cut pages. So basically these types of images. This particular kit that I used today was the large journal kit with elements from the subscription box. Yeah, get them ordered. Get them ordered. So you can get everything for like $116. You get the digital downloads, you get the physical printed elements, the subscription box, the whole thing. Alrighty, so let's look how fluffy that is. I don't know if I have enough of this ribbon. What'd I do with it? I might have enough ribbon. We'll tie it shut with this ribbon. So I'm just going to tie a bow on it. It's fluffy. All right, cut that off. And let's do that again on this one. I didn't make it perfect because I'm getting ready to untie it. So all right, there we go. So it's long enough that you can also use this for something else if you so choose. All right, let's pick the winner of the journal cards, and then we'll do a flip through of the journals, okay? Yes, yes, Sam. Transparent pages. Okay, I'll get those added. Thank you, Sam. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the fabric. You want the one with the bell? I hope y'all like the kit. It's a great kit. All right. I got it, Bonnie. I got it written down now. The cat's fluffy. Don't tell her she's not fat. No, she's just fluffy. All right. The winner of the journal Christmas cards is the Mrs. Edmondson. Woohoo! Christmas cards, the Mrs., which is Jennifer. Okay. So give me it. Bear with me one moment, please. We're going to do one Christmas. Merry little Christmas. All right. So if you donated, now will be the time to get in on the raffle. This is for donators only. We had Rhonda, Sandra, Ashley, Suzanne, Tanya, Patty, Winter's Dream, Sandra, Lewis. Oh gosh, you did it twice. The Mrs. Edmondson, Ada Bella Flores, Laura, Ruby Lily, Janice, Morgan, Lori, Nadine, Margie, and the Mrs. Edmondson again. All right. She gets those. All right, so we've got the bell on the front, and like I said, you get this ribbon. Donators only. Okay. We open it up, and we have a pocket here that I didn't put anything in, but it's there, okay? So y'all can add what you want to it. Move this out of the way. Get all the distractors out of the screen. I love the Gnome on the front cover, and there he is again. And then we've got this altered paper clip here to help hold this guy in that has the charm on it, where we stenciled the page here. Over here we've got our shopping bag pocket that has an altered paper clip on it that you open up and has a little journal card. This is a little gnome that I have as a rubber stamp in my shop. The cardinal is a rubber stamp. And then this is words from Norella, a Calico Collage. Put some ribbon across the top of the page. One of the printed pages, or digital. Scrapbook paper, element from the kit. And then I just used some scrapbook cardstock that I have. These are all made with rubber stamps and glitter pens. Rubber stamp from my shop, and the flag is from the large journal kit. Your dishes aren't done, Laura. Uh-oh. Wow, Teresa, you've cleaned up. You got another 120 junk bucks. Junkie Joe's being very generous today. Stamping here, that's the diamond, small diamond stencil on the background with Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists. This is the last minute page that we made using the star banner that came from the description box. This was a mixed media page I made a while back. This is the Buffalo gel printing digital download. Another gel print that I have in my shop. This came out really cute. I love it. Merry Christmas. Using a greeting card and stamping around the edges. This is the Christmas Dream stencil. Then making a little pocket to have extra journaling space. I was trying to just use up things I had in my stash along with the kit. And then we have layered pockets here. So we've got a pocket up here with a journal card. Chipboard piece. This is what is this called? Gift wrap paper. And then this was just some perforated paper that I had that came out this size. Another little pocket over here with an altered paper clip on top of it. And then here's the journal card for this one. And then another journal card where I added some of Norella's words. And then, of course, we have the charms in the middle on the beads. And then I had a page that tore, so I covered it up with this little guy. But here's a rubber stamped journal card that went in here. And then rubber stamped digital images from the kit. or a printed kit if you get the printed kit. From the kit, this is a rubber stamp. Rubber stamp, rubber stamp. Another tuck spot if you want. That gel print. Don't ruin a good thing. Thank you so much. Oh, funny, funny, funny. I thought the little cardinal was cute too. Thank you, Lori. This is the partridge rubber stamp that I have. That's from Beeline Designs. Let's try to see. Here it is. Partridge. Partridge from Beeline Designs. And I just stamped it and then colored in the pear and the green leaves and then did a little bit on the leaf or the feathers to kind of look like that on there. Another little dangly. Just using scrapbook paper, cardstock. Rubber stamp, rubber stamp, rubber stamp. Rubber stamp on the edge. Distressed textured edges. There's a tutorial coming this week showing you how I made that card. And then this is flip up papers. So this flips up. So you have the writing space below and you can flip it back down. And then this is a pocket that comes in the kit. The journal card was mine. This I made. This will be another tutorial that'll be in my shop, but this comes in the kit. Part of the kit. And then I've already signed it. So there's one journal. Love it all. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Your favorite journal of all year? Oh, well, thank you. Because it's Christmas time. All right, so I'm trying to make this neater. Yeah, get them busy. People use Dawn dish soap to wash their hands. All right, so then this one has the fireplace. So we have the one with the bell. This one has the fireplace and trees. It says a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So it's going to have the same concept, just these pages will be a little bit different. The pocket for this is on the back cover. Different journaling card, but same concept. Another altered paper clip. So we did the same thing here. So it's got the same inside, just different elements there. The definitions again came from Norella of Calico Collage. Okay. Another gift package. Alter paper clip. Home for the holidays. Yeah, when you were winning big, Laura. Now there's a tuck spot there. I love the snowflakes. I'll have to see if I have any more of that paper. That was a pretty good find for using in this journal. Fluffy bird. Oh, that worked out well with the stars next to that page. You're both wonderful. Thank you, Teresa. And then again, same little pocket, just different elements in the pocket. And then this fits right behind. So you don't really see it if you don't know it's there. It just barely peeks out. And then we have the journal card up here. This one was my prototype. And I did it right, so it didn't get the glitter on the background. And then this is another little flip up. Journal card over here. Charms in the middle. Altered paper clip. Alter paper clip. And then this journal card does the same thing. This is the one that comes in the kit. In the kit, kit, rubber stamped. I'm probably going too fast. Bye, Morgan. Thanks for being here. I'm almost done. I'm getting ready to pick the winner. If you've already joined us and you've made a donation, get in on the raffle. I'll pick the winner and you'll tell me which one you want. Do you want the one with the fireplace or the one with the bell? And again, this flips up. Pocket. This was a pocket that I made out of some scrapbook paper to kind of match what's in the kit. I'll be live next Monday showing you how to make the planner journal that goes with this kit. We'll be shipping out on November the 15th, so you've got time to get your order in. And like I said, if you order all of the elements as a part of the subscription box, you get a discount on those items. If you order them individually, you don't get a discount. Alrighty, y'all ready for this? You like to flip up? Thank you, Tanya. Uh-oh, cook while you're watching your iPad while you cook dinner? Well, I'll come to your house to eat dinner. Here's time to make dinner. I know, it's time to make dinner for me too. Henry will be home shortly. All right, let me count. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 17 people, because one of those is twice. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 people. So, who are we missing? These people have entered the raffle. Suzanne Roberts, Ashley, Lori, Rhonda, the Mrs. Edmondson, Ada, Just Let Her Rip, Margie, Laura, Nadine, Janice, Sandra L., Sandra Lewis, Morgan Plans, and Tanya. So we're missing Ruby Lily. Did I get Lori Merchant? Lori's in. Suzanne was in. Ada. Ada, you still here? Oh, Ada's in. Who am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm missing 2 people. I did sign them, Julie. I signed them ahead of time. They're signed. They're signed. They're signed. Ada's here. She's in the raffle. Good job. All right, I'm giving another couple of seconds. I don't know who I missed. Winter's Dream, did you get in? Winter's Dream, where are you, Winter's Dream? Just in case. Pamela, you're not eligible for the raffle unless you make a donation. Hi, Delane. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm about to get off here, Delane. You'll have to watch the replay. Thanks for stopping in. All right, I'm giving it just another moment. And then we'll pick the winner. Tell me which one you want. And then we're going to make dinner. Okay. All right. The winner of the journal today is Nadine Wheeler. Congratulations, Nadine. Which one would you like? Do you want the one with the bell or do you want the one with the fireplace? Let me know which one you want and then I will get it packaged up for you. So we're going to do a Christmas journal. Nadine. All right, Nadine. Congratulations. Which one do you want, Nadine? Congratulations. Woohoo! It's like, whoop, whoop, party in the house. Well, I hope you enjoyed today. I greatly appreciate your support. She wants the fireplace. Okay, perfect. Let me write fireplace. Fireplace. I greatly appreciate your support for hanging out with me while I go live and show you some techniques and items that I offer for sale in my shop. Do check the description box below for links to my shop for the things that I use. I don't think I have everything listed in there, but I think you can get the gist of it by watching this. Hey, when you get your kit, watch this video again while you're creating to get some ideas. And of course, have fun. You know, this is all about being able to be creative and enjoy ourselves. You're very welcome, Nadine. Don't stress about creating, just have fun doing it. Y'all be a light in the world. Bring some light and happiness to others. Give a smile when you can. Reach out to someone you haven't spoken to in a while. Let them know you care. I did that a week ago. I called and texted a friend of mine and we got to get together for a little visit. We spent like 6 hours together. It was amazing to have some fun. So reach out to somebody you haven't spoke to a while. And if you can't go physically see them, at least talk to them on the phone or even do like a video chat with them. You're very welcome, everybody. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Teresa. You're very welcome. Thank you, Kat. Thank you for being here, everybody. I greatly appreciate your support. Alrighty, be on the lookout for some tutorials that'll be coming out. You can check them out on my blog or here on YouTube. And of course, if you haven't checked out the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group, please do. Hey, and if you make something because of inspired by me, do share. You can share it in the group. You can share it in my By Linda Israel group, the Friendly Junk Journal People group, or tag me on Facebook and say, hey, I made this. Or send me a link if you share it on your blog or Instagram or something like that. All right, everybody have an amazing rest of your day and week, and I will talk to you later. Love you lots, everybody. We're going to get off here as soon as I figure out how to click on this button. I may be live Thursday at 12:30 p.m. I'm working on a couple of things, and I may have an appointment, so I may not be here. So I will let y'all know as soon as possible. All right, everybody. Take care. Again, I love you lots. Bye, everybody.